Hey, we're back at the top again today on the road to Pokemon Sun and Moon, and we just got news, but that still won't stop me from looking over a type and seeing what Generation 7 can add and improve to it. If you don't know what this series is, it's where I look at each type for in-game and competitive use and see what the new generation can do to improve on it. While I battle a lot, I will try to keep a balance between the two sides. Just a clarification. This is the 8th episode in the series, so if you haven't seen any of the others, you've missed out. Today's type is the one you guys wanted to see the most. The defensive Hardened Steel type. Good luck denting them. So with that, here are 6 ways Pokemon Sun and Moon could improve the Steel type. We're going to detract from the norm this week. We're not going to talk about how defensive or offensive this type needs to be. I can't be a broken record forever. That's why we're critiquing the Steel type, because Steel can't break. So right off the bat, as I was looking things up about the Steel type, there's only 2 Pokemon families that are pure Steel type. The Klinklang line and Registeel. Hey, shut up, Mega Aggron, you don't count. You're holding the Mega Stone. Charging me! It's charging me! Is it gone? Whew, I'm good for now. So yeah, we need a lot more pure Steel types. Most of the other types have pure types of their own. Why do we only have one normal pure Steel type? Seriously, that and Mega Aggron doesn't count. Of course, I need to be quiet, otherwise it'll come over here and head smash the crap out of me. Here's where the broken record side of me returns. To fix this, flip the tape to side B. Ha! 90s kid jokes. Anywho, the only special Steel move you see is Flash Cannon. Now, while that's cool and reliable, there's no variety. Everyone expects Flash Cannon. Mirror Shot is rare, and Doom Desire is Jirachi's signature move. You could say that it's my desire that we get more variety of a special Steel-type moves, otherwise we're all doomed. Yeah, that one was kind of a stretch. The speed. Oh my, the speed. It's terrible. The fastest non-legend / non-mega Pokemon is Durant, and he's signed with Golden State, so you know he's only in it for the ring. I mean, he's not used very much competitively. After you dip into the 90s, the speed tier quickly drops below 70. That seems to be where the average Steel type normally sits for speed tiers. Why are they sitting? I'm not sure. They need to get out and run more to improve their speed. This is going to be the most metal part of this video, because we have to find 2 Steel types and give them Mega Evolutions. We'll start off with something that people might disagree with me here, Mega Skarmory, because giving Skarmory a regular evolution would make me want to slam my hand in the door. Eviolite Skarmory. I just shuddered just thinking about it. Mega Skarmory would have to look something like this, designed by Dragonith, gaining a lot of armor. It would remain the Steel Flying type and gain a lot of defense and attack while getting slight boosts to its special stats. Now before you scream at me in the comments, just a second. Its ability is weak armor, so that the massive defense stat can only work for a few turns. As for the other Steel-type Pokemon that should get a Mega Evolution, well, there aren't very many underwhelming Pokemon that I have a good idea for a Mega. So we'll be going to Mega Gearhart. Looking like a Minotaur in this design gives it a new dimension of power. And it does come from Pokemon Insurgence by Suzerain, by the way. But no, I will not be taking Insurgence designs every time. This game just really has great designs. It remains a Dark Steel type, and gains a solid boost to all stats but its special attack, and it gains the ability Moxie as it does in Insurgence. I would say that it's scary with Sucker Punch, but only Honchkrow can pull that off so many times. We're moving on to the moves that we should get to improve this sleek type. So we need a strong physical move here. And here we have Iron Crash, where the user charges and slams its heavy body into the opponent. I'm aware that it's very close to Heavy Slam, but this attack does 100 damage, and it causes recoil. It's a bit different. As for the special attack, we have Chain Storm. This attack has the user creating a storm of metal shrapnel that hits all foes. This attack does a heavy amount of damage at 120. The last move, the status move, is a little bit interesting. It is called Weld, and what happens is that the user gets very heated to reconstruct its body to a different shape depending on the situation. And depending on the foe's stat distribution, either its attack speed and accuracy raise 2 stages, or its special attack speed and evasion raise 2 stages, while in both cases its defenses drop by 2 stages. It's kind of nuts, as it derives from the same system that the ability Download has. Would be interesting to see how it gets used, though. Before we go over the possible new concepts I have for you today, we're once again going to look over this chart, which, by the way, it does not account for megas, legendaries, or forms. So with that, the steel type has been paired with every single type but the normal type, the poison type, the fire type, the ice type, and the dragon type. The new Pokemon concepts kick off with the Seahorse concept designed by Dark Sylvania. I know we have a Seahorse Pokemon, but this one's a little bit special. This shows how sleek this Pokemon could be. It looks pretty offensive, right? Well, you are absolutely correct! Its stats are very prominent on the physical side as it can take hits and dish the hits out with those physical stats. Its speed is not too shabby either, however, it does suffer in the special stats. The moves I see it using would be Iron Head, Aqua Jet, Steel Wing, and Dragon Dance. It's a scary Pokemon, especially with its access to Dragon Dance, making it a top threat to deal with 2 extra stabs that aren't Dragon type. The other concept we're dealing with is kind of a recycled idea. I know, but I didn't give it enough justice last time. It's not the same design, but it's more or less been done already in this series. But this one has a new twist on it. This Husky, designed by Poochyena, shows that steel types can be fast and powerful, however, it has the steel ice type. Yeah, it's weak to fighting and fire, but then so is Weavile, just not as bad. But unlike its counterpart that I talked about in the ice type video, this one is more specially offensive, but can still be ran physically. Its stats show this while packing decent offensive stats, it can take a hit and run faster than most steel types. The moves I could see it using would be Avalanche, Iron Head, Extreme Speed, and Flash Cannon. I wonder how it would do in battle. So unlike the steel type, I'm going to try to do this outro very fast. If you enjoyed, go ahead and steal a like from this video down below. And while you're there, go ahead and comment on how the steel type should be improved in Generation 7 and give me another type to improve on. Also, subscribe if you want to catch me on the hype train known as the Road to Pokemon Sun and Moon. I'll catch you back at the top again later on because that's how you do what? Woo! Ric Flair!